Exactly. You can't do everything alone.
Yeah, but watch this. Watch people start clowning people for like being like emotional or like expressing themselves.
See, here's I always find that funny because it's like people clown people for being emotional, but
Mm,
everything's all emotions. So it's like if you come into the room being the loudest person, being the most rambunctious person,
right.
that's an emotion. You coming into, being sad, being to yourself, that's an emotion. I think a lot of people don't realize that using your emotions for your creativity is going to put you past 90% of the people out there. Because let's face it, not to like do ourselves dirty, but nowadays 90% of people can go into the studio and make a song. It might not be great,
True.
but they can go and make a song in the studio. But for
Mm,
you to go in a studio session and make a song about you and your real life experiences and be emotional about it and really express how you feel, not everybody can do that.
mm,
And that's where music lasts is, a long time. We have a lot of music that doesn't last that long because you don't know who you're listening to. Like, okay, like the song's hard, but who is this artist?
mm.
Do I really like this person? Like emotions, people can say what they want about, putting your emotions in your music or into your video or into your creativity, but
Right.
it's going to stand out to the right crowd every single time.
Right. In the space you're in right now,
Mm-hmm.
where do you think like your identity has changed to overcome the challenges you have now?
Yeah,
Mm.
I definitely agree. My brand changed a lot.
Hmm.
This is gonna sound funny, but I feel like my brand before was just like a fake version of Drake in 2009.
Ah.
Like that's how I felt my brand was before. Like,
Hmm.
but like the clean cut guy,
Yeah.
he makes music for women. He makes good music. Like, but that's it. But I feel like now I've actually branded myself to where it's like, okay, like I could hear DEIGE on this type of beat, or I could hear him, I could see him do this. Like, so I
Yeah.
definitely think over time that brand has built up to make my stuff a lot better instead of me just being stuck on my inspirations,
Mm.
stuff like that.
Like, okay. So, like, for yourself, how do you find inspiration for your music? Like, because I know a lot of people find their inspirations from like looking back at certain things, going to watching certain things. How do you find your inspiration?
It's gonna sound cliche, but actually no, it's not cliche. I find inspiration in a lot of movies,
Hmm.
older movies typically.
Hmm.
I don't know. I really love movies, and that's why I love videos so much. Because sometimes I'll watch like a movie and like I'll be like, how can I convey that into a song?
Mm.
Or like, how can I how can I give like could I hear a song being played behind this scene or that scene? Like kind of like just thinking of other ways to implement my music creativity instead of just, oh, I like these artists.
Hmm.
Like these artists inspire me. Like artists inspire me too, but it's just something about other content and other creative means inspiring the music. Because I don't know, like when you listen to a lot of your own music, you listen to a lot of music daily. It's like, all right, I'm kind of burnt out. I've been listening to music all day. But
Right.
sitting down and watching a good movie is definitely helped me creatively a lot when it comes to music.
Mm. Okay. I was about. I thought when you said cliche, I thought you were gonna be like Pharrell.
I was thinking of that. Well, he's he's definitely an inspiration, but like he's a figure that I'll just always appreciate.
Mm.
Like if I was to meet him one day, or like when I do meet him one day, like
Mm.
I won't try to be on no like super fanboy. I'll just be like,
Oh my God, Pharrell.
yeah, like I won't start like screaming or well, I hope not. I don't think I'm gonna start screaming or crying or nothing, but I'm gonna just be like, you really like changed my thoughts on music,
Okay.
like point blank.
Now, so do you feel like and do you feel like people what you do right now, do you feel like people can imitate or try to be you the way you would do your music?
Mm, Humbly, I say no.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I feel like I'm still figuring myself out.
Okay.
Like I still don't know, even though I'm very versatile. I don't know like what's like my this is your song, or this is you're out of here. I don't know what that sound is yet, so I can't really say that somebody can copy me.
Right.
Only thing I can say is maybe you copied my my content style, maybe. Like that's the only thing I can possibly think of. But even then, it's like I still haven't had like that. Oh, this went crazy type of thing in my career yet. So ask me that about like a year or two. I might have a better answer for you. But I couldn't say that somebody would be able to buy my stuff yet.
It's kind of like the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I feel like I know somebody had copied like a full.
You got a style though.
I have a style. I think somebody had copied it up. For a fact, like I was like, I looked at it. I know for a fact that was me.
Yeah.
I was like, is that my editing? Cause like when people, but I think too that people don't know who I am too.
Yeah.
They see my work, but like they don't know who I am. My work doesn't reach out to the necessary audience.
Yeah.
But the thing behind this is me too. I'm trying to find who I am in film.
Yeah.
In the aspect of like who am I trying to reach? Most of my things I'm trying to do or film.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go for are relating to the audience, like convey my emotions, knowing that somebody else is kind of going through the same thing.
Yeah.
You know how like when we go through stuff, we feel like people are not going through the same thing, even though we know, like even though people tell us, oh yeah, people are go through the same stuff we do, and it's like when you're at that moment, or in that bubble, like it's like you're not really thinking that, or you can't like really get out of that, and it's like words can be like enough, but the power of the tongue is really powerful too, when it comes to like saying certain things, but it's like in the moment, you feel me? And this guy, this photographer, Max said that when it came to like work, he's like, you can use the same sauce, but you can't. Hold on, let me find it.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say because I've heard of a quote similar to that.
He said even if I tell you the sauce, you can't cook the way I cook.
That's a bar.
That when
That's a bar.
I paused for it. I was like,
That's a bar.
Cause honestly, if you know how like people reach out to you in your DM and be like, oh, where'd you get this beat? Oh, how do you do this and stuff like that.
Bro.
And it's like,
Bro.
but when Max, I don't know where he cooked with that one. If he got it from somewhere else, but like he definitely cooked with that. When I heard that, I was like, yeah, nah.
No, that's a clean bar. I'm not even gonna lie.
I have to use that.
Got to.
Because even if I tell you the way the stuff that I do, whatever the case is, you can't cook the way I cook.
Exactly. And listen, I'll tell the audience this. This man has provided me with editing stuff too, like LUTs or stuff like that, like transitions. But my stuff won't look like his. It's gonna look like mine because it's all about vision.
Exactly.
Like, and I've started to realize that too. It's like, oh, maybe my color grading isn't that great, or maybe this isn't that great. And I look at everybody's videos, and they're all using the same LUTs or like the same like kind of, S curve style or like different styles of editing, but it all looks unique because it's their vision.
Exactly.
So that's really a great point. Like, people, the amount of times I had people ask, oh, like what vocal template did you use, or like, oh, like someone asked on TikTok today, so, oh, how'd you get this quality? And it's like, I don't want to come off like I'm rude, like, oh, I used a professional camera, but I did. Like, some people don't want to hear that honesty. Like,
the one thing I hate, well, I don't really hate. It's like when you like, I feel like you will get that. I will get to a point when you start recording, like actually recording for people, and then people are gonna hit you with that. Oh my goodness, your camera looks. Oh, your camera is doing a good job, or like that type of like.
oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Your camera takes good pictures. Oh, I'm like,
it's like, I take the good pictures. You get behind this lens right now and try to take a picture of me.
Oh, like, and then people like, for example, like the first short film I shot
Yeah.
in Ghana, I used like a Sony A6600. Some people were asking me what kind of camera it was. I'm like, bro, that was like a low budget camera,
Yo. And yeah.
and it looked like it was.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing. People were like, oh, the colors were good. I'm like, bro, that was everything, and that shit was not planned.
Really.
It wasn't, because the way I planned it out, everything didn't fall into the plan I had, but something else came out of it.
I mean, that's the true beauty of art, though. Like, planning is definitely amazing. Like you should plan your work. You should plan what you do. But sometimes the stuff that you don't think is going to hit hits.
Right. True.
Like you probably sat there and was like, "Dang, well, my plan did not go how I wanted to." Like, you could have stopped there,
I could have.
but you didn't.
True. True.
Yeah.
But when people ask me that question, it's like, I don't think people get the concept of like, it's not the camera.
Yeah.
It's how you do everything. The lighting, the sound, everything. Because right now my sound is getting better, or my sound, like my music or sound design is getting better. Color grading is getting better, and then like the aspect of like storytelling is way getting better.
You always had the storytelling now, but I do see the growth though.
The growth, exactly. But if you look, if I show my last like stuff versus the new stuff I have, you're gonna be like, okay, like, who's this guy? Like, where did he come from?
Yeah.
I watch, like you said, the way you watch a lot of movies. I also like learn on that as like, oh, how did they go about shooting this? Like, when you hear stuff, I know that it's not the way they shot it. Because, like, for example, if you punch somebody, you hear the sound effect, but it's not actually you punching something.
Exactly.
It's like they did the after effect of the sound design after, and then did a post.
Yeah.
Added to the edit, whatever the case is. So people asking for stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just vision, though.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to change. When it comes to what I'm doing, I'm trying to change I'm trying to change what is built or programmed into my mind, thinking of like, oh, this is how a person should do certain things. Because
that's facts.
if you think about it, like, everybody's music video up here or different places are the same. Imagine just you switching it up, not what switching it up, just keeping like doing your own style out of everybody else's.
Exactly.
People are not gonna like mess with it, but the right people would. It's gonna take some time, but that's the thing. A lot of people don't have is patience.
Yes, and that's where the fan base comes in.
Exactly.
It all comes full circle. Like, hey, you might not get the fans that you think you want, but they gonna be the most dedicated people. Okay.
For me, I don't think I have a fan base.
Okay.
Versus like for example, I honestly, if I was to pick a place out of like the United States to stay in, either DMV or Texas.
You go crazy. You go crazy in either or.
I would go crazy with the DMV.
You would go crazy at DMV because of who you know out there.
I know because there's a lot of creatives, but like the creatives, the DMV has a unique style that I feel like I would fit in.
You know what? Yeah, I could actually see that. Like just going off like other photographers and other videographers I've seen out there, and just seeing the music videos from different artists out there. The music videos out there are way different than ones in Jersey. That's I didn't think about that.
I really think about it.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, think about the state you want to be in, but you gonna stand out because here it's really hard.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's hard because like I really do have love for Jersey. I know, man. Pain, real pain.
Nah, Jersey definitely is a no.
I have love for Jersey, and I'm like, I just know if we were, not even just people in general were able to get more creative hubs and more creative places for Jersey, especially the South Jersey area, it'd be such a great area to be in. Like, I look at like Philadelphia as like Rec Philly. If there was like a Rec Philly-esque place in South Jersey that people actually took serious, Oh my God, bro.
I don't think people do though.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. At least not right now. They would have to. They would need somebody to be super popping from South Jersey, and then come back and be like, "You trying to be like me? You got to go here." Then everybody going, everybody going to be a fan and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to be there because oh, DEIGE blew up in South Jersey. He said I got to go here and record to get the best vocals." Like,
But not somebody else's growth or journey is not the same as yours,
exactly.
or somebody else's garden wooden or seeds that they threw in and watered down or whatever the case is not going to be the same as yours.
Exactly.
It's like it's how you take care of it or like
Mhm.
the area you find yourself in growing.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of people don't see that.
They don't.
And when it comes to like music or video, like filmmaking, stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's like bro, it's all about patience and then doing it for fun.